Moving on, the Kenyan National Assembly Committee on Education is this morning expected to meet officials from the Ministry of Education and the Treasury, as well as the Budget Committee, to discuss the ongoing teacher strike. Committee Chairperson Sabina Chege says the meeting will discuss the way forward as teachers continue to push for the implementation of the court ruling awarded them a pay rise. Kibra Member of Parliament Ken Okoth is in the meantime urging the teachers and their employer TSC to embrace dialogue and find a solution to the crisis facing the education sector. Teachers went on strike yesterday to push for better salaries.
As teachers across the country continue boycotting work, members of parliament are urging them to be patient as the government looks for money. National Assembly Education Committee Chairperson Sabina Chege says they are consulting various stakeholders to chart the way forward.
Once we receive the request from TSC and also the Treasury confirms, then we have to also sit with the Budget Committee and we must agree. So it's a process. Once the court rules, then it's a process has started. So we have to consult, we have to sit with the Budget Committee, Ministry of Education, and also the Treasury. And on Thursday, at 11 a.m., we are going to meet with the I would say the four stakeholders, because there is the executive and legislature. But as a committee, to be Budget Committee and ourselves, Treasury and Ministry of Education.
Kibra MP Ken Okoth has in the meantime accused the government of not doing enough to end the strike. He is, however, urging all parties to embrace dialogue.
The main issue here is the children of Kenya deserve enough teachers who are well paid. The fact is that TSC has not hired enough teachers. We had 80,000 teachers shortage 2 years ago. Today the shortage of teachers is 100,000. When you have such big shortages, the few teachers who are there, who are severely underpaid and who are overworked, will never teach our children well.
The TSC has filed an application asking the Supreme Court to review its recent ruling on the teachers' pay rise case. Trix Ingado, KTN News.
Right, we're still keeping up with that developing story, and we now cross over to the NAT headquarters where our Michelle Ngele is joining us from for the latest. Michelle, thank you very much for joining us. Have the teachers have the union officials officially called for the strike?
Well, thank you very much, Betty. The union officials are now ready to give the final press statement calling for an official strike. Now, learning in the country has been paralyzed for the past 2 days, and this is after teachers made good their threat to paralyze learning in all public institutions across the country after the government failed to pay their dues by the 31st August deadline, which was given by the teachers' unions. Now, yesterday, the Trade Unions Congress of Kenya came in and announced that it had taken over this case pitting the government against these two teachers' unions, and it urged the teachers not to relent in their strike and not to go back to class until the government has paid their dues. And the Congress has also urged the government to obey the order by the Supreme Court to pay the teachers the 50 to 60% salary increment, and to take further action by taking the state to court for charges of contempt of court. Now, the teachers' unions have now given up all talks in the government, saying that they do not want any more talks with the government, and they will now move to just call an official strike. Now, remember, even as learning has been paralyzed for the past 2 days, an official strike had not been called.